Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, and we are here at Style Labs headquarters, and that means it is Friday, our Samurai 50 series, where we come to you live every Friday for 50 weeks. So I am thrilled to have this guest with us today, and we're going to chat with Dr. Alisha Adatia. And Alisha is the owner of Blink Eyewear. So I wore my specs in honor of this interview.
Very nice.
Not half as nice as yours, I must add. So we're going to talk to Alisha about a few different things because she has had a successful business prior to COVID, during COVID, and now post COVID. So we're going to dive into a whole bunch of questions with her.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
having me. It's great to be here.
So tell us, Alisha, tell us a little bit about your story. How did you start Blink and why?
So, having my own optometry clinic was always in the plans. I never thought I would get to 3 locations, but here we are, and it's been great. Um, the main vision was to open community-based, family-oriented practices that offered great service and great products.
Simple,
Yeah.
but not.
Right.
So when was it that you opened? When was that vision that you had, and when you actually opened your first location?
So the vision started when I graduated optometry school, but really the first one we were able to open, 2 of them actually in the year 2008. So one March 2008 and one in September 2008.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Talk about trying to do something during a very challenging
Yes.
time, a
Yeah.
recession. So the concept of the clinic, you talked about community and neighborhood. I imagine back in 2008, that wasn't something that was being done. It wasn't common.
Right, right. It was the communities that we were in were very, still very new. Lots of homes being built, lots of empty land around us. So we were literally growing with the communities that we're in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, 2008, somebody has a vision and you just went for it anyway.
Yes.
You probably didn't listen to all the people saying, oh, I wouldn't do this now. Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about what challenges you had
Yeah.
and how did you overcome those?
So I can think of a couple of big challenges that we've had over the years. Our first one was starting out in a recession in 2008. So that was a challenge in itself. Yeah. I had to work overtime, put in my own money just to really keep it going because people were being laid off. They didn't have their benefit plans. It was hard to get patients to come in the door. So just working through that, being positive, and just staying focused on that.
Big challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that in one succinct sentence, but imagine that in 2008.
Right, yeah. It was scary, yeah. And I'd say our second challenge over the years has been to find the right people, the right staff, in our team. So we've really had to dig deep and see who are we, what was our vision of what we wanted to be, what was our culture to be, and then in that we had to find people that sort of fit in that culture. And we realized that really the important thing for us was having fun at work. Like we realized we wanted to have fun at work. We wanted to have quality patient care, and we wanted to be able to provide an environment where our staff can learn and grow from us. And a really cute story that we have is one of our staff members who started earlier on in about 2010-ish or so. She started as a high school student, part-time work, and then she grew with us and ended up working actually to become an assistant manager at our office. And she loves optometry so much that now she's in her 3rd year optometry school.
Oh,
so we're so proud that we were part of her journey. So we just love those stories with our staff. And our team.
I mean, that story has a nice family feel to it too.
Right, yeah.
So what's your big vision? What does that look like?
Oh, well,
the big plan.
The big plan.
Picture.
Oh, big plan. There's so much. But really what we want to focus on right now is making sure we're offering quality patient care and making sure we have lots of the newest technology to offer that care, the good quality products, in terms of glasses, lenses, contact lenses. We always stay on top of what's happening, what's new. Our doctors,
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot more to it than people actually realize.
Right,
so
there is.
Staying on top of all.
Yes, lots of continuing education is really big for our staff, our doctors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the challenge in 2008 during a recession. We're now in a completely different challenge, hopefully coming out of that. But how did COVID impact you when it first started?
Yeah. So when it first started, we were mandated to stop providing routine regular eye exams and selling glasses.
Kind of everything.
Yes, exactly. But we were allowed to remain open to provide urgent care for our patients. So
Okay.
we closed 2 of our locations, and we kept the third one open to service all the patients between all
Okay.
locations. We were able
At
to,
what capacity you could.
at whatever
Yeah.
we could. Yeah, we saw urgent eye care issues. We took phone calls and emails to do phone call orders for
Okay.
contact lenses and glasses that were direct shipped to patient's house or curbside pickup.
Okay. So interesting, because that probably wasn't something you
No.
were doing before. So were you able to sort of, in terms of your marketing, were you able to shift and go in that direction right away? Like, what did that look like for you?
So it's been really great working with Stylelabs because they helped me through that.
Mhm.
And right away, they put together a newsletter so that we can inform all of our patients by email. They stayed in touch and engaged with our patients online through our social media. So we were really able to stay connected and just keep them informed so that they knew that we can still help them
Mhm.
to the best of our abilities at that time.
Yeah, which is nice. It's super, I mean, it's important to communicate with your customers at any time, but especially when there's something challenging for them. You want them to know that you're there, you're listening,
Yeah.
you're open, and you're here to help in whatever way that looks like. And sometimes people don't do that. They panic because they're in a panic too.
Right.
So it's good you were able to do that, pivot that way, right away, to communicate with your clients. And I'm sure then they're you're top of mind when you're reopened, so here you are, however many months later we are, 3 months. During that time, you're communicating with your clients, and now you're open, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Some things are open, and
Yes.
so those clients are now coming in.
Yes.
And you're able to service your clients and everything like that as you were before.
Yeah.
And so, are you real busy?
We've been very busy. Yes,
Good.
thankfully.
Yeah.
And it's been great because we have a lot of new restrictions in place, obviously, to keep our staff safe and to keep our patients safe. And our patients have been really understanding and understanding about knowing that they have to book appointments to come in to see us for anything, and that we have fewer appointments available because we have to book longer times to allow for all the things that we have to do to keep everyone safe. So, but it's been great.
That's good. And part of the understanding clientele is likely due to the fact that you've created this really nice community environment, kind of a local feel to your business.
Yeah.
So good for you. I'm happy to hear that things are opening again, and you're really busy.
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, I mean, you've done this over the last how many years? More than 10 years.
Yeah, like about 12 years.
13 years now. So what advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur who wants to start a new business, perhaps during a pandemic?
Don't open in a pandemic. There's a few things I can think of. One is know your why. Why are you opening up business? Your second, I would say, is have enough capital to get you through the lows, pandemics, recessions,
things like that.
Yeah.
Have a pandemic backup plan.
Backup plan, yeah. And third is get a good team and be really good to your people. And the fourth one is get a kick-ass marketing team for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a formula for success. It is true. All of those things are very, very true. And if you don't know why you're doing something, your outcomes aren't connected back to that why. So it's really, really important. And you're also able to last 13, 14 years and beyond, and grow from one location to three, and to continue going, because you obviously still have that why really, really close and dear to you. And it drives you and steers you through times that are challenging, like pandemics.
Yes.
So talk about your relationship with Stylelabs. How long have you been a client here, and what has that been like for you?
So I've been a client for about a year now, and it's been great. The whole team, Selena Ullman, the whole team have been really welcoming. They're really good at educating me about what they're doing and why they're doing it. So a lot of times I don't understand this stuff, but they help me through it. And they really focus on me, and it makes me feel like I'm their only client, which is great. But I know they have lots of clients, but they still make me feel that I'm very important and take care of me in that way. So they're always looking out for me. They always have my back. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say it in that way, because that's really important to us here to have that relationship and have our clients feel that way too. So it's really nice to hear that back. And I had many of the same words. I mean, I was a client for a long time before I actually started, joined the management team here. And so I love hearing that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're hoping to do. We really want to create that almost the same as you're doing at Blink. We want to create that community feel and, you know, a family feel, and you're part of the team.
Yeah.
So, and we do have a ton of clients. So the fact that you really feel heard and understood and like you're the only one is great to hear.
Yes.
So tell us maybe in terms of a marketing win that you have experienced since coming to work with Style Labs in your business. What would be a win that you could describe in terms of the marketing?
A win. I mean, just we have had great results. We've had more people coming in the door, more phone calls. We're more engaged on social media. So I think overall that's been a great win.
Just that, and well, not just that. That's a big one.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like we helped you build the Ferrari for your business, but you do everything. You put the fuel in, and you continue to put the fuel in. Even by coming here and doing this live, that's a little bit of fuel in the engine, right? So we build you the beautiful framework, and then you're able to seamlessly work on your business while all that's working. You know, a lot of it's automated for you in the background. So I'm excited to hear that as well. And we look forward to continuing to work together, obviously, on all of your marketing. So finally, I know that we like at Style Labs, especially on these 5.0s, and we're going to put some links below to Alisha's website as well. Why don't you tell us here for the listeners that are listening now, what is your website? Where can people find you?
Blinkeyewear.ca.
Blinkeyewear.ca, and we will post a link below as well. But at Blink Eyewear, she's going to offer all of the Style Labs community a special offer. So tell us what you've got in store.
So if you come into the office and mention that you saw this live, we will, with a minimum purchase, of course, we will be giving you a $100 gift card towards your next purchase. So for sure, come on in.
So you know, take her up on that, because $100 is a huge incentive to come in and get perhaps a service. Perhaps you need some new frames, perhaps you need everything, and I think I'll be paying a visit too. So that's kind of it. We're going to wrap up. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, or do you think we've covered? I think we covered.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's been good. It's been fun. I know that this isn't something you do all the time, these lives, but we're really excited that you joined us here on Friday, and we're going to have you back because we like to kind of keep track of all the wins and all the successes our clients are having. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Alisha Adatia from Blink Eyewear, and we will see you guys next Friday for our next Samurai 5.0 brought to you by Style Labs. So we'll see you soon, everybody. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.